"Oi, boys!" shouted Warboss Rumpbumper, slamming a massive green fist on the table. "The new meta's out, and they's calling Orks low tier again." "Low tier? Who the zog said that?" barked Mech Grubwrench, adjusting his goggles with an oily wrench. "We's the biggest, the strongest, and the loudest in the galaxy. Roll enough dice, and we's winning, no problem." "Well, technically," squeaked Grot Spanners from the edge of the table, holding a clipboard twice his size. "The win rates for Orks are statistically lower in competitive—" "Shut it, you weedy git!" Rumpbumper roared, grabbing Spanners by the scruff. "Win rates don't matter if they're all too dead to argue. You think the humies uses his stats when they see us coming? No, they run!" Rumpbumper tossed the Grot across the room with a loud clatter. "Now let's talk Codex changes. Grubwrench, what's this zog about nerfing the Waaagh?" Grubwrench cleared his throat, holding up a scrap of parchment covered in grease and squig droppings. "Well, boss, they's nerfed it. We can only Waaagh for 2 turns now, not 3. Rumpbumper froze mid-growl, eyes narrowing. 2 turns? 2? Nerfing the Waaagh is like taking the teeth out of a squig. What are we supposed to do after 2 turns? Hug 'em! Spanners peeked up from under the table, cautiously chiming in. "It's supposed to balance the game, boss." "Balance?" roared Rumpbumper, slamming both fists down this time. "If they wanted balance, they wouldn't have made Tau." The room erupted with guttural orky laughter, drowning out any attempt by Spanners to recover. Grubwrench finally wiped a tear from his eye, leaning forward. "Right, boss, back to the updates. They's given the humies new termies with shinier armour, supposed to be tougher." "Tougher?" Rumpbumper snorted. "Armour don't matter when you're getting blasted by 10,000 shooters." Actually," Spanners piped up, standing on his toes. "They've got a 2+ save now." Rumpbumper grabbed a nearby squig and lobbed it at Spanners, who dove for cover. "Stop spouting zogging numbers, you git. Nobody cares about saves when they're being crumped into paste." Grubwrench grinned, pulling out a half-dismantled truck engine from under the table. "What we really need, boss, is some new orky tech, like a truck that can teleport or a Gorkanaut with more legs." "More legs?" Rumpbumper tilted his head, considering it. "Nah, I's got a better idea. A stomper what spits lava, or a rule called more Waaagh." Grubwrench nodded furiously. Yeah, more Waaagh! You press a button and it goes Waaagh for 20 turns. Spanners poked his head up again, daring to contribute. "But boss, there's only 5 turns in a game." "That's why they'll never see it coming." Rumpbumper grinned, his tusks gleaming. "Grubwrench, fax it to DW." "Right away, boss," shouted Grubwrench, scribbling down a crude drawing of a lava-spitting stomper and a rule that just said "Waaagh" in massive letters. Spanners cautiously climbed back onto the table, clearing his throat. "So, if we's low tier, what's the plan for winning, boss?" Rumpbumper leaned back, cracking his knuckles. "The plan's simple, you get. Step 1, get the boys. Step 2, charge the boys. Step 3, crump everything in the way." Grubwrench grinned. "What about Step 4? "There ain't no Step 4, Rumpbumper bellowed, slamming the table for emphasis. "If they're still standing, keep crumping." Spanners blinked. What if we lose?" Rumpbumper glared at him. "We don't lose, Spanners. We just get distracted crumping something else." Grubwrench raised a wrench in the air. "For the Waaagh!" Rumpbumper roared. "For the Waaagh!" Spanners, timid but inspired, joined in. "For the Waaagh!" All 3 shouted together. "For the Waaagh!"